At first glance, this looks like a man being tortured. But this image wasn't taken in a prison. It was taken in the name of science. You may have seen this image before. It usually shows up in disturbing image compilations or Reddit threads titled, "Old Medical Experiments Gone Wrong." Most people assume the same thing, that this man is in pain, that electricity is being forced into his face. And honestly, that assumption makes sense. Because out of context, this image is deeply unsettling. The man's face looks frozen. His eyes are wide open. His muscles are twisted into something that doesn't feel human. Online, people describe it as Victorian torture, electroshock experiments, a man screaming silently. Some even believe this was an early form of mind control. But none of that is true, and the real story is somehow even stranger. The man holding the electrodes wasn't a torturer. He was a respected French neurologist named Guillaume Duchenne de Boulogne. In the mid-1800s, Duchenne became obsessed with one question: what if every human emotion could be mapped, muscle by muscle? Not guessed, not painted, but proven. Duchenne believed emotions weren't abstract feelings. He believed they were mechanical. So he built a battery-powered device that delivered controlled electrical currents. Then he did something no one had ever done before. He placed electrodes directly onto specific facial muscles and shocked them one at a time. Raise the eyebrow, widen the eye, pull the lip, tighten the brow. Each shock produced a different expression, and Duchenne photographed every single one. This is important. Photography was still new. Most doctors used drawings, paintings, interpretations. Duchenne rejected all of that. He believed only photography could tell the truth. As he put it, only photography, as truthful as a mirror, could capture expression. So he posed his subject, applied the electrodes, and timed the photograph to catch the exact moment the muscle contracted. That's why the faces look frozen. You're not seeing emotion, you're seeing muscle activation. The subject in these photos was an elderly patient from a Paris hospital. Duchenne described him as an old, toothless man, trivially handsome. But there was something unusual about him. He suffered from a rare neurological condition that left his face partially numb. According to Duchenne, this meant he could stimulate the muscles without causing pain. Whether that's entirely true is something historians still debate. Duchenne wasn't trying to show suffering. He believed these expressions were ideal. Pure fear, pure joy, pure rage. He even compared them to Greek statues, claiming he had finally uncovered the true language of the human soul. But modern viewers don't see beauty. They see something else, a human face, stripped of control. In the 19th century, there were no consent forms. Hospital patients were often poor, powerless, unable to refuse. Today, these images raise uncomfortable questions. Was this science or spectacle? Was this discovery or exploitation? Even museums that display these photos now admit they're disturbing for a reason. Here's the part most people don't expect. Duchenne's work didn't disappear. Charles Darwin later used these exact photographs in the expression of emotions in man and animals. Modern psychology adopted his ideas. Even today, the term Duchenne smile describes a genuine smile, one that activates both the mouth and the eyes. So the same images that feel like horror helped define how we understand emotion itself. Duchenne believed he was revealing something divine, that every human shared a universal emotional language. But the images he left behind tell a different story. One where science, obsession, and power briefly crossed a line. And even now, those faces are still staring back at us.